recently you spoke about what's happening with the NEET leak paper and the protests that are happening. So why is it that you chose to speak?
For someone who's actually lived that journey, and there's one which is a personal experience, and there's another when you actually start preparing for something like this, you realize what the reality for most of the country is. I know that this is what I have to go through, but it's still not easy because you're sacrificing everything. I was a Kuchipudi dancer. I had to let go of dance school. I had to stop painting, and I used to always do a lot of other things. And I told myself that I'll take 1 year and I'll completely focus on making sure that I clear my entrance exam. If I were to isolate that experience, it was one of the toughest things that I've ever done in my life. When I went to a coaching center, I realized that it's not the toughest thing that a person at that age has to do, because you meet students, their parents have borrowed beyond their means to send their students to a coaching center. They come from multiple cities. They live in a PG where multiple students are sharing a room. Every day their life is all about preparing for that one exam. I had a very clear goal, and I had parents who were involved, so we sat and we had a game plan. The reality for me, even in that struggle that I felt, I still feel that I had a lot of privilege compared to a lot of other students that I knew.
And support.
But the students I interacted with at the coaching center, my peers, they came to Delhi to give the exam, their lease ended, and now they've packed up and they've gone back to their hometown or villages. They clearly came to Delhi because they didn't have an environment at home to study and prepare. Now you're saying you have 45 more days, which means now they have to come and figure it out all over again. Like 45 days is such a small period of time, and how do they get that environment back home?
They would not be able to resit the exam.
There's a financial stress, there is a loss of time, and at that age, time is of essence because you're full of energy and you're just ready to take on the world. Waiting is something you can't tell a young person to do. The biggest cost is psychological, because you've been told and you've been taught and you've been trained that if you work hard, you will get the fruit, and I've always believed this, that the world is not a fair place. There'll always be people who'll be more privileged than you and less privileged. But education becomes that equalizer.